Hello friends, how are y'all doing? So today we will be working on chapter 7.4, number 6. I think that this is sort of like a medium level question, not particularly easy, but not like super hard. So I will work you all through this question. So first of all, let's copy down the question. It is 2y over y cubed minus y squared plus y minus 1. And so for this chapter we have been covering partial fractions, and so we are asked to represent this as a partial fraction. And so first of all, we have to break down this chunk. And so let's copy the numerator, so it's 2y over, and let's group these terms together. And so I have picked the y cubed and the negative 1 to be a group, and then plus y plus negative y squared plus y as the other group. And so let's factor out whatever we can do. So if you don't remember, this is a cube identity, and basically in maybe algebra 2 we have learned about that a cubed minus b cubed equals to a minus b times parentheses a squared plus ab plus b squared. And so using this identity, we can solve this chunk. And so what we will get is y minus 1 times y squared plus y plus 1. And then let's simplify this chunk a little. Let's factorize this chunk a little bit. And so we will get minus y times parentheses y minus 1. And so basically I've taken out this negative sign here and then I put it here, so that's why this becomes a negative. And so the next step, we will try to clean this up a little bit and factor out the y minus 1. And so we will get open parentheses y squared plus y plus 1 minus y, which is this part. Okay, so let's clean up this part a little bit. We will get 2y over y minus 1 parentheses times, so these two goes away and we're left with y squared plus 1. And now is the fun part. We have to represent our thing into a partial fraction. And so we will start with a over y minus 1. So this is our first term, and we'll get by plus c over y squared plus 1. So why is this in terms of by plus c but not just b? It is because there is a second power over here, and so in order to be able to integrate it like eventually, then we have to add a y in the numerator to make our life easier and to make this work out. And so this chunk will be equals to 2y, which comes from the numerator. Okay, so let's multiply this out a little bit, and so we will get a times the denominator of the other term, which is plus 1, and then plus parentheses by plus c, and then y minus 1, which is the denominator of this part. Okay, this is getting a little messy, but you get it. Okay, so let's expand this a little bit, and we will get ay squared plus a plus b y squared. We will just expand this, minus by plus cy minus c equals to 2y. And these are all by expansion. And so let's group this entire thing with all these y's. And we will group them in terms of their coefficient. So for y squared, we have a and also b as this coefficient. And for y, we have negative b plus c as its coefficient, and then we're left with plus a minus c equals to 2y. And so on the right hand side, we will see only 2y, which means it is 2y plus 0y squared plus 0, essentially. And so matching these coefficient, we will get a plus b equals 0. And matching these two coefficient, the coefficient of y, we'll get negative b plus c equals to 2. And then for the last bit, we get a minus c equals to 0. And so we will be solving this simultaneous equation with 3 equations and 3 unknowns. Okay. And so for here we will get negative let me see. Okay, pardon me. Let's solve this part. Let's solve number 3, and we will get a equals to c. And then from this, we will substitute a as c, and so we will get b plus c equals to 0. And from this part, we will get negative b plus c equals to 2. And so if we add these two equations together, we will get 0 plus 2c, 0b plus 2c equals to 2. And so 2c will be equals to 2 and c will equals to 1. And so if we plug c equals to 1 back into this equation, we will get a equals to 1. It's getting really pretty here. And so what we got for the first equation is a plus b equals to 0. So if we substitute 1 into a, then we will get 1 plus b equals to 0, and b will be equals to negative 1. Yay, we're almost there. Okay, so with this, let's draw our conclusion. So back to the question, we're asked to represent our terrible looking fraction into a partial fraction so we can integrate it afterwards. And so let's copy the question down below. So it's 2y over y cubed minus y squared plus y minus 1. And we're asked to represent this in a partial fraction form. And so with a equals 1, b equals negative 1, and c equals 1 that we just achieved, we will use this part over here. Let me just highlight this for clarity's sake. But we will use this part over here to draw our conclusion. So all we have to do is to plug the numbers back in. And so we initially say that a over y minus 1 plus by plus c over y squared minus 1 is our partial fraction. And so we will plug the numbers back in, and it will be 1 over y minus 1, because a is equals to 1, plus b, which is negative 1, times y, plus 1 over y squared minus 1. We're almost there. Okay, so let's simplify, let's clean up and beautify this a little. And so we'll get 1 minus y over y squared minus 1. And here it is. This is the partial fraction we want for this fraction, this ugly fraction. Alright, thank you so much guys for watching, and have a great day.